Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And pitching in this game, Michael McGreevy. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Just about to get underway, Jarren Duran now at the plate. And we're underway from St. Louis.
First pitch, 6-15.
That's out to center field. Scott gets under it. And there's one down. Now at the plate, Roman Anthony. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. Line into right center field. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting third.
Now batting Tristan Casas. Grounder might be two. Takes it to the bag. That's one. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Brayan Bello. What do we have on him?
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed one run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
Lars Nootbaar digs in now.
Tonight, left fielder, number 21.
Nootbaar went deep in his most recent game. That's outside, and that is ball one.
Strike one.
Late with the swing there. Hit weakly on the ground. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. That one lifted to left. Anthony settles under this one. And there's two away. And now it's Ivan Herrera.
Designated hitter, Ivan Herrera.
Huh. Ball.
Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Ground ball left side. Whips it to Casas. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back here in St. Louis. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Wilyer Abreu. Line to left, and it goes just foul. What a stop. Over to first. In the dirt, he picks it. And that's a great play.
Center fielder
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. And first offering is fouled off. Rafaela patrolling center field, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And his batting average this season is over .320. In the air to left center. Nootbaar in position. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
Batting 6.
Here's Story now.
Trevor Story.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
The shortstop takes the ball. Story with a homer in his last game. Fly ball to right. Walker settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and that is that. Back here at Busch Stadium. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. On the ground, and that's just foul. Ground ball up the middle. Story. Over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 2nd.
Batting 5th.
So digging in, Pedro Pajes. On the ground to third. Whips it to Casas. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 6.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Nope, that's inside.
2nd inning here, no score.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Two down, nobody on. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Well, here we go.
Leading
Top
off
of
for
the
Red
3rd,
Sox,
scoreless
second
game.
Baseman, Marcelo Meyer.
Meyer matched a homer in his last game. This one in the air, center field. Scott under it. 1 down. And here is Carlos Narvaez.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Line drive. And he can't make the play. One gone, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Caleb Durbin. Good power, not great in the OBP department. 0-1. Next offering is outside. Bouncer to second. Sajazi. They take the force out as they pass up the chance at the double play.
Up next for
So the Red Sox lineup
the
turns
designated
over.
hitter,
Now batting Jaron
Duran.
Duran. Fly to center his first time. Gets under it and pops it up. And that is that. Back here in St. Louis, now up for St. Louis, Victor
Center
Scott.
fielder, Victor Scott, the second.
Yes. Nope, that's
And
foul.
foul ball. Just
No.
off the inside corner. Ball one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Fights it off. He'll see another. That's off the inside corner. 2-2. That
That's a
one
ball.
missed.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in, looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
Stays alive.
We're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches, still able to make some type of contact. 5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Dunks one into left. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of. That was a good at bat.
He needed that one. It's been a tough
Batting
stretch at the
eighth,
plate lately.
second
10th
baseman,
pitch of the at bat, and he was able to put it in play,
Sajazi.
find a hole, and get a knock.
Now
Oh,
here
outside.
is Thomas Sajazi. Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
Ball.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. Out towards right center field. Rafaela on his way over. Takes a tumble and hangs on. One out man at first. Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker.
That was the pitch to hit. Four-seam fastball instead of that sinker ball that makes you hit it on the ground. He missed a good one.
Runner on the go.
Ball,
Pitch
inside.
misses. No throw. He's in there safely. Swings through that one for strike 2. Next one misses. 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at second. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 down.
Next for the Cardinals.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Down the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. First time up, he grounded to third.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit in the right field. Now a long throw home. is it. Alec Burleson getting ready to hit. Fly to left his first time.
Strike. Woo.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. That is the inning. On to the fourth, and stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony.
You know, these Red Sox just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 0-1.
Ball 1. Ball.
And a base hit up the middle. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
High fly ball lifted into the air right field. He's got it, and there's 2 down. Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Fly to left his first time.
Foul ball.
The 0-1.
Ball 1. Whoa.
Just missed.
That's away.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Up the middle, win. They get the force, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings.
Leading off for the Cardinals, designated hitter, Ivan Herrera.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
On the ground to first. Takes it himself, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
For the Cardinals,
Here's Nolan Gorman. Rounded out his first time up.
Gorman.
And that's downstairs. Ball 1.
Hey.
That's a strike thanks to the sweeper. And that just misses. Next offering is down low. Full count now.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Anthony under it. And there are two down.
Up next for the Cardinals, catcher Pedro Pines.
Up.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. In there at the knees for a strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Meyer to first, out number 3. Here's Trevor Story, flied to right his first time.
Story.
Story with some. Impressive production lately. And the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Well struck right field. That's back there. Out of here. And this game is tied.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Narvaez now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Narvaez, 27 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, third baseman Caleb Durbin.
Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across. And we're at the top of the 5th. Late on that fastball. And that one off the outside edge. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
Well, baseball's coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
That misses, and the count's full. And he walked him.
High. Ball 4. Take your base.
Up next for the Red Sox, the
Go ahead, run on base. Jaron Duran up next for the Red Sox.
No, that's high.
The 1-0. Down the right field line and a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Cut off, throw to second. Tag.
No, he's
save. Bang, bang play. That was close.
Pretty good fastball location. situation. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it. Hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
2 on, 2 outs. This to center field. Makes a nice running catch. And that's the 3rd out. Mason Wynn now at the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Mason Wynn.
This one popped up. And a foul ball. 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Cardinals, center fielder Victor Scott II.
Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-1. The sweeper catches the low part of the zone for a strike.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Cardinals,
Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball there. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. This one in the air, center field. Rafaela has a beat on it, and that'll do it.
Leading off for the Red Sox, first baseman Tristan Casas.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And a good start to the inning.
All over that one right there. 112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing, so that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
And here is Wilyer Abreu to second for 1, and it's over his head. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up. Still stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. And fouled off. 0-1 now. That's the third. Down the line, and it's foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
Here's the 0-2. Got it swinging. It's a strikeout. And that is a big first out. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
On the ground, a short could be 2. To second for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Go ahead run on base. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. He's already homered here in this one. Quick toss to first. Story back in on a dive. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Did a strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base. So they turn things over to the righty, Ryan Stanton.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. I'll tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The 1-1. On the ground to short. Win. Gets it to first. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker, went down on strikes his first time through.
Nope, outside.
Swing and a miss, and the count 1-1.
Ball two.
That's a little bit low.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Cardinals, left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Cardinals with the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. In there at the knees. It's 0-1. Swung on. Broken back grounder to third. Tosses across to first. Got him.
Up next for the Cardinals, designated hitter, Ivan Herrera.
Nope, that's inside.
Just missed.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Hard liner. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
Now pitching for the
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Riley O'Brien. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Now the third baseman, Caleb Durbin. He's 0 for 1. Hit on the ground to short. Throws to first. A great play deep in the hole.
For the Red Sox, the designated hitter, Jaron Duran.
And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Up next for the Red
Go
Sox,
ahead run on
left
base.
fielder,
Roman Anthony, the next to hit. Quick move to first, and he's back in on a dive. 1 for 3. First offering. Runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Man at second. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Got him swinging for the play.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman, Tristan Thomas.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Man on second, 2 down. Oh. Grounded to Gorman. Whips it across, and that is that. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Nolan Gorman.
Third baseman, Nolan Gorman. Now pitching for Boston,
Patrick Sandoval taking over on the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me. That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Strike 2. Got him. And that's the first out.
Up next for the Cardinals, catcher Pedro Paez.
Strike 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Breaking ball inside. Ball 2.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, he can stay with it.
There's a strike at the knees. And the count now even up. Liner snagged at first. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn.
Shortstop, Mason Wynn.
In the air, right field, Abreu on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that will end the inning.
Leading off for the Red Sox, right fielder Wilyer Abreu.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Chopper to second. Sajazi throws to first in time. Important first out to begin the 8th. Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on.
Runner takes off. Oh, pitch is low. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Out to short, win. In plenty of time to first. That's it out. JoJo Romero gets handed the rock out of the pen. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Now it's the second baseman, Marcelo Meyer. He's already homered in this game. And that is out of play. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Coming home. He'll score. They lead it in the 8th. And in its second with an RBI double.
Everything came together for him. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is fouled back. Struck him out swinging. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Leading off, Victor Scott, 1 for 2.
Well, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
So the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Garrett Whitlock.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Inside, almost got him. And there's a base hit, and that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way.
Runner takes off, heads in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. There's the strike.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Fly ball down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. So the tying run at second. That one way outside, and that's ball 1. Just off the outside edge.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Out to short. Story tosses to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th. So now with 1 away and a man at second. Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Just missed. Line drive, base hit. Runner around third, on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they tied it again.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's the 0-1. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. In the dirt, throws to second. Tag. They cut down the go-ahead run at second.
When you try to move up on a ball in the dirt, you've got to be sure that it gives you enough time to make it safely. Guess wrong, like we saw here, and you'll pay the price.
That one missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Hit weakly on the ground towards second. Meyer gets him easily, ends the inning. And stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin.
Third baseman, Caleb Durbin.
Two balls, no strikes to count. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved his zone. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike one. All tied up here in the top of the ninth. Misses outside. Now 1-2. Got him swinging. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The flip.
Leading off for St. Louis, first baseman, Alex Burleson. Now pitching for Boston,
Peyton Tony will take over here. This is his 3rd time out this year. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball still 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Good job to fight that one off. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. In the box now, no balls and a strike. Ground ball to the middle, that's a base hit. And the winning run is aboard.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
That one in triple digits. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the
At the
Cardinals.
plate, Pedro Paez. 0 for 3 in this one. And he hits a ground ball right side. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras.
Now pitching for the
So the
Cardinals,
closer summoned from the
number
bullpen,
49,
Matt Swanson.
Matt
He's making his
Swanson.
second. And here's the
Moving
first
on for the
baseman,
Red Sox.
Tristan
First
Casas.
baseman, Tristan
Man at
Casas.
second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Man at second. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. This one in the air center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder Junior Abreu.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
And the 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say it's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
And that one is lifted in the air. Scott under it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. The relay. Not in time. He beat it, and they got the lead. So no one on after the sac fly. Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. To the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get beat.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Man on second, 2 down. And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Only 2 now. In the air to left center. Scott under it. And that is that. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Mason Wynn.
Shortstop, Mason Wynn. Now pitching for
Aroldis Chapman on to try and close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Late swing fouled off.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
1-1 now. And strike two.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch. Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. And you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Next for the Cardinals, center fielder Victor Scott, the second.
At about knee high at 97. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do? That just misses ball 1.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
The 1-2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. 2 up, 2 down. So they're down to their final out. And up next for St. Louis, Thomas Sajazi. Got to deliver as the hero. Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Now the 0-1. And fouled off. Chapman is just 1 strike away. Lined into right. And he'll put it away. Ball game. And the Red Sox keep it rolling. 7 straight victories now.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
3-2 the final score. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.